Hello everyone, welcome to my channel World of AWS. I hope you all are doing good. So we are going to discuss today AWS monitoring tools. Okay, so what are the monitoring tools available under AWS and how we can monitor AWS resources using them. So let me walk you through this theory, then I will show you in the real time what are the list of services available under AWS. Okay, so AWS offer a range of monitoring and observability tools that help you gather insight into the performance, okay, health and utilization of your cloud resources. This tool provided data can be used to troubleshoot issues, optimize resources uses. Okay, so first tool we have Amazon CloudWatch. Okay, so Amazon CloudWatch is a comprehensive monitoring service that provide data and insight about your AWS resources, application and services. Okay, it collect all it collect and track metrics, log and events. Some of its feature include metrics, log and event. So let me jump to the AWS console and show you one by one. So here we can see CloudWatch. So let it get open. So what are the list of services we can see under it? Like alarm, we can create here alarm and we can define the threshold, and whenever the threshold is breached, then one alarm will get triggered. And if you have subscribed and if you have created the topic for that, then you will get the notification according to that, whatever things you have configured. So according to that you will get notification. Okay, so if you want to know like how we can configure alarm for different scenario, then I have created one separate video on that. I will put the link in description, so don't worry about that. So we have logs here. Okay, so we have log and we have metrics, as we have discussed in theory, right? So we have logs, we have metrics. So logs means like you can collect the log of certain application which is running in AWS account or infrastructure. Okay, and metrics are just like the whatever the logs and like what are the parameters that you have defined for your application. Okay, so that are the metrics. Okay, so we can do these things here. So let me jump to the another AWS tool, Amazon CloudWatch Application Insight. So we can see here we have application insight. So it gives the quick brief of our application, like we can monitor our application availability and what are the load and what are the things going on our application, what are the API hitting to our application. These things we can monitor using this. Okay, so application insight, this tool provide automated monitoring and troubleshooting for application running on AWS resources. Okay, it help detect common problem and provide insight into the performance of your application. So as I told you, we can monitor what are the API hitting to our application and what are the issues, what are the error we having in our application, and what are the performance and availability of our application. We can monitor using application insight. Another tool we have AWS Xray. So that is also available here AWS Xray. Okay, so what it does, AWS Xray distributed tracing service that help you analyze and debug application by providing insight into the requests that flow through the various component of your application. So it provide like insight of your application, like what are the various component is flowing and what are the various communication is happening between your application and end user and some other tool if you have configured. Okay, sorry, if you have configured some other tool as well, then what are the like data flow and the communication is happening, how it is happening, and what are the errors and what are the performance, and you can monitor them and you can troubleshoot using AWS Xray. So AWS Xray, what it does actually, so it like detect all the things inside your application, like performance, availability, API, errors, okay, everything inside your application. So we have AWS CloudTrail now. So CloudTrail record API call and resources changes made on your account. It provide an audit trail of action, okay, taken by user, service or application, helping with security analysis, compliance, auditing and troubleshooting. Okay, so CloudTrail is another service. We cannot see it here. It is a separate service. So CloudTrail is logging and monitoring service. Okay, so whatever like who is logging to your AWS account, okay, and what they are doing, what are the action they are performing, if they are deleting any EC2 instance, security group, they are modifying some security group, and whatever action is like user is doing, you can monitor using this like CloudTrail. Okay, and you can trace all the action performed by user. So let it get open, then I will show you. It's taking bit more time, so let me jump ahead to the documentation part. So another tool we have AWS Trusted Advisor. So Trusted Advisor inspect your AWS environment and provide recommendation to help you optimize your resources cost, okay, performance, security and fault tolerance. So here we can see our CloudTrail dashboard is open. So now we have to click on create CloudTrail, and if you want to know like how we can create the CloudTrail in real time, then I have uploaded one separate video on that. You can check out my AWS playlist, so I will put the link in the description as well. Okay, so what tool we have? Trusted Advisor, right? Let me show you that one also. So Trusted Advisor mainly we use to optimize cost for our infrastructure or AWS account. Okay, and we can also detect the security compatibility, whatever the like security issues is coming to our AWS account or with our application, we can monitor using like Trusted Advisor. Okay, but mainly we use Trusted Advisor to optimize cost for our infrastructure. Okay, like what are the resources costing us and how much they are costing in the detail we can see. Okay, so it's opening, so we can see here the tab cost optimization. So we have here performance, security, fault tolerance and service limit. We can customize the cost. Performance, we can check the performance of our application, and security, we can check the security, whatever security concern and we are getting. Okay, fault tolerance is also part of the performance of our application, and service limit, we can set the service limit for like our AWS account, so no user will use beyond that specific limit, whatever limit we have defining, so no user will use that beyond that limit. And here you can see the resources. Okay, here we can see the resources list, and in the resource I have not enabled it. Okay, so and I don't have any resources currently running in my AWS account. Okay, so it's not showing how we can do cost optimization here, but you can see the list of resources. Okay, and if you want, then you can expand it, and you can check the how we can do it. Okay, so let's jump to the document. So another tool we have Amazon Inspector. Amazon Inspector accesses the security and compliance of your application by performing automated security assessment. It helps identify vulnerabilities and deviation from best practices. Okay, so Amazon Inspector is like a security tool. It like perform the automated security task. Okay, and it scan your AWS account or infrastructure, and whatever, like, let me search. Whatever the security finding it's getting, okay, it will show you in this console, and you can take the required permission according to the whatever security concern you are getting. According to that, you can take required action, and you can resolve the security issues. Okay, so another tool we have AWS Config. So AWS Config continuously monitor and record changes in to your AWS resources and their configuration. Okay, it provide a history of resources configuration and help you access compliance and troubleshoot configuration changes. So we can start our inspector, and we can see all the security issues. Okay, and let me show you AWS config. So AWS config, basically it monitor the configuration of your whole infrastructure. Okay, like if you are running any application here in AWS, so then it will monitor your application configuration, and if some user is like changing your application configuration, then it will detect, and it will show that changes here. Okay, and apart from it, it also monitor AWS resources configuration like VPC, EC2, RDS, and many more. Okay, so it monitor, like if you are modifying the security group of RDS, then it will monitor the changes, and it will show here. Okay, and if you are modifying the security group of VPC, or you are doing some changes in any other, like you are attaching some ACL, access control list, or you are doing some any changes, like you are attaching IAM role to EC2, then it will show here. That things will show here, and you can see that changes, whatever the configuration changes got like placed by the certain user, you can see it here. Okay, so another tool we have Amazon Personal Health Dashboard. Okay, so the Personal Health Dashboard provide the alert and insight about the operational status of your AWS resources. It inform you about ongoing incident and planned maintenance that might impact your resources. Okay, so let me jump to the so yeah, you can see here AWS Health Dashboard. Okay, let me open it and show you. Like we can see here, like open recent issues, service history, open recent issues, schedule changes, whatever the changes we have scheduled, we can see it here. Okay, if we have sent schedule restart to our database on a specific time, then we can see that changes here whenever that schedule action is going to perform. Okay, so these are the things we can do using AWS Health Dashboard. Okay, so we have another tool, AWS Security Hub. So Security Hub is a service provided by AWS that help you centrally manage and prioritize the security finding from multiple AWS services and the partner solution. It provides a comprehensive view of security posture across your AWS environment, making it easier to identify and remediate security vulnerabilities and compliances issue. Okay, so like it is a security hub, it is also a security service to monitor our AWS infrastructure. Okay, I have created one separate video like how we can configure AWS Security Hub in our AWS account to monitor the resources, and we can monitor multiple AWS account, okay, using AWS Security Hub, and we can visualize all the findings in one dashboard. Okay, so we have another tool, Amazon Guard Duty. Guard Duty is also security tool to monitor our resources issues, whatever the security issues we having in our AWS account or infrastructure, we can monitor them using AWS Guard Duty. Okay, so Guard Duty is intelligence threat detection service that monitor for miscellaneous activity. Okay, so another we have AWS Performance Insight, analyze performance data from your Amazon RDS instance and provide insight. So AWS Performance Insight is it basically refer to the RDS. Okay, so I have created one separate video how we can create RDS and how we can use AWS Performance Insight to monitor our database performance. Okay, so another tool we have AWS Service Lens, so observability tool that provide a unified view of application and infrastructure health. Okay, so another tool we have Amazon CloudWatch Synthetic. It monitor application endpoint using automated script. So let me show you what is the CloudWatch. So here we have application insight, right? So, no, we have synthetic, right? So here we can give our application endpoint URL, and it will monitor those endpoint whenever the endpoint is not available or that endpoint is unreachable, giving 503 or something like that. Then you can monitor the endpoint using AWS synthetic canaries. Okay, you can create canary and you can mention the endpoint, and it will give you one script. Okay, so I have created one separate video on this as well, so you can check out, and I will put the link in the description, so don't worry about that. Now we have AWS Service Lens, right? So here we can see Service Lens map, right? So we can monitor our application, we can monitor our AWS resources and everything using AWS Service Lens. And performance inside I have already explained, like it's refer to AWS RDS, and I have created separate video. So a Card Duty, I have created one video on this as well, so I will put the link in the description. So I hope you found this video informative and helpful. Please don't forget to subscribe my channel and check out my all playlist. Okay, thanks for watching. See you in the next video.